Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic Ministries. And this is not my normal live stream. Today, we're going to be discussing the upcoming 5-day Jew challenge that my husband and I are taking. We will be starting this together on Friday, February 14th, which is also giveaway day. It is anniversary day here at the channel. It will be 2 years live here on YouTube and 3 years since our creation. And I am thankful to be sharing it with all of you. So, this reboot is going to be 5 days. We're going to be starting it on Friday. I think my husband might only do 4 of the days, though, just because it's hard for him to do it with work. But I'm going to go the full 5. Those of you who don't know my personal story, this is how I lost a ton of weight and reversed my own type 2 diabetes. I went through a couple of really dramatic fasting sessions and lost over 100 pounds. So, yay me. And so now I get to be here a little bit longer to share life with all of you. So these are really good to help just reset your system and get some healthier cravings instead of sugar and carbs and all the stuff that we all turn to through the winter months. And I figured, well, since we're going to have a little bit early spring, and I know here it feels like spring already, despite the weird snow we had a few weeks ago. It has just been rain. It feels more like April than it does February here. These are also a good way to just jumpstart your weight loss if you're just getting started in this. It's a good way to just test out juicing in general. And the program I'm going to use is one that is by Joe Cross, who is the creator of the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, which was what got me started on this whole thing to begin with. Is I watched that and I figured, hey, if he could do it, I could too, right? And, well, I did. And I'm here to tell you that you can too. So we're going to be a little bit public with this. And I'm going to be doing some pre-recorded videos and things like that, just showing our process and how we're going through this. These are also a great, just quick detox too, as well. And if you've been having any intestinal inflammation issues due to the high carb content of the winter months fare, this will help counteract that too. You don't have to do the whole 5 days, but I mean, even if you can just do 1 day, that would be great. Every little bit helps. So this is just a really great way to seriously pack your body full of nutrition. It's going to be about 1,200 calories a day. The link that I will send you is for one person, so you'll want to double it if you're doing it with your significant other like I am. And this was actually his idea, by the way, and he chose the day. So don't think that we're doing any weird Valentine's Day stuff, but we actually don't celebrate Valentine's Day around here. I think it's an overly commercialized, stupid holiday, honestly. And that's my own personal opinion, and my husband happens to share that opinion. We actually have a running joke that if he ever wants to divorce me, he should buy me diamonds. Not that that is ever going to happen, but it's a joke that we like to crack just because I'm so against jewelry as an I love you. I'm much more thankful when he stops on the side of the road and picks me flowers on his way home. It means a lot more to me, especially when he likes to pick the exact amount of years that we've been together or some other weird shenanigans. He's so romantic. I love him. Anyways, back to this diet thing. To get prepared for this, this is the reason I'm doing this live stream, is also so that you can help prep yourself a few days before we get started. It's a good idea to kind of limit your meat and dairy, reduce your caffeine intake, and you're also going to want to make sure you are drinking enough water during this process too. Water is what helps flush your system of all the toxins. So if you're not flushing your system, at the same time you're pumping it full of all this good stuff, it makes it a little bit harder. And sometimes you'll actually gain a little bit of weight first before you start losing it. So it's a good idea to start bumping up your water before we even get started. That way you're already starting to flush out your kidneys, and your digestive system is super duper hydrated. Pardon me. Part of the reason that we're also doing this is to combat the gross plagues that are going around. I don't know if any of you are surrounded by the flu, but it is rampant around here, and we've already been taken out with it. I managed to cut mine down to only 2 days using an elderberry syrup. So I swear by that stuff. If anybody suggests you take that when you have a cold, do it. It works. And definitely follow the instructions. If you do not have a juicer, you can also do this in a smoothie form. If you have like a Vitamix or a Ninja blender, you'll just have a lot more fiber. So you could either strain it out or you could buy juice. I don't really like to recommend that you buy juice, but they do have a few really good cold press options available now. You're just going to want to still stick with the same formula. Okay. So the formula for every day is going to be an orange juice. So it's orange fruits and vegetables, right? So they're color coded. So in the morning, you're going to go orange or red. In the mid-morning, you're going to have about, I think it says 16 ounces, more or less, depending on your personal preference, but it suggests you drink at least 16 ounces of plain coconut water. There are a few options that do not have any added sweeteners that you could try. Use your better judgment. This isn't completely concrete. You can fluctuate a little bit depending on what you want to do. And then for lunch, you're going to go green juice. Afternoon snack, you're going to go green or red. We're going to probably go red just to alternate, because dinner is also a green juice. And then for dessert, you can go purple or go orange again. Okay, and then right before bedtime, it will be herbal tea, and that's when you can have a little bit of a sweetener. It suggests stevia. I personally use honey. That's also a preference. Do not use any chemical sweeteners. Those are absolute no-nos. Okay, so there's no synthetic anything throughout this whole thing. Okay, and then obviously throughout the whole day, you're going to want to drink as much water as possible. If you do have bouts where either anxiety-wise, you really feel like you need to eat something, or blood sugar-wise, you feel like you're a little bit off, try to stick with things that are high protein, like have a piece of cheese. If you're vegan, have a little bit of peanut butter and maybe some celery, but try to keep it mostly as raw as possible. Part of this whole process, though, is to not overload your system with all the fiber, because we're flushing our digestive tract, and that's why we're doing this for 5 days. Okay, now you may get a little bit of detox flu. That's normal. There is also a grocery list that comes with this PDF too. And And as a reminder, it is for one person, so double it if you're doing it with your significant other. And then there's some other info too in there that will help also get you guys started. So if you guys don't have any other questions about this, I'm going to finish my own prep for our start on Friday morning. And also, I might be discussing a little bit about the new routines and things that we're starting to, or at least that I am. But we'll talk about that more in the videos for this 5-day challenge. So, as always, thank you for showing up for me here and for Magic Ministries. I love each and every one of you beyond measure, and I'm wishing you nothing but a happy and healthy 2020. If you're interested in getting the PDF for this challenge to join us, either comment in the box or figure out another way to get a hold of me via another social media avenue, and I will get it to you. Bye, everyone. Have a fantastic Tuesday.